Hello. Hello, hello. Looks like we're back again for another painting session. Well, I was going to start a bit sooner, but I got a bit carried away watching episodes of MasterChef. It's pretty addictive, that show. So I've been watching contestants doing the skills test stuff where the head chefs do these, give tasks out for these chefs to do and see how well they struggle or cope with doing these unknown things, which some do know and some don't know. So it's fun to watch that how they get put under pressure to make it in front of them. But yeah, got a bit carried away watching that, and also make some coffee because need coffee. Then switch to our canvas here. So yeah, I worked on this evening just a little bit more. I'm probably going to refine this outside the stream, so I'm not going to focus too much on the background, but we've got enough here to work on, which is great. I'm volume down on my headphone. There we go. Oh, I think my volume's a bit loud on the. There we go. Let's knock it back a bit so it's not too loud. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to focus purely on the foreground now. So if I move this around a bit. So this is how it currently looks, and this is what I've been trying to do. It's basically refine it, just to give it a bit more edge. Because as you can see before, it's a bit crooked in some areas, so make it properly. Excuse me, so a little burp there. Okay, so we're going to work on this now. I think the background's pretty much there. So it's just a case of refining that, which is not a problem. I'm just going to make up some posts here and there just to let people know I'm streaming, and then we'll begin. Let me do this quickly. Pop. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's good. Streaming. There we go. It's gone through. Let's post on Hammer Fair as well. There we go. And I'm just going to share this link out to another group that I'm in, and we'll begin. Creative. More paint. There we go. Swish. Cool. I think I'm ready to start. Oh, actually, stream labels. Just to let me know if any notifications pop up. It's a nice little app. Keeps me up to date on these little things. Right. I think we're good. Good to continue this piece. So let's begin. Got the heating on. So, my heating. Oh, so when I turn the heating on, it gets a bit too warm. Obviously, I don't want to make it too warm. Otherwise, you can't paint when the heat is high. And I'm not looking forward to the summer. I need to get an air conditioning unit as well. It's on a to-do list of purchase. Oh, yeah, because things get really warm in the summer, and I don't have it. Having an aircon is kind of useful, very useful for these sort of things. So, got a new layer, or some new layer there. Oh. There we go. We'll call it render. It's character, yeah. Call it render. Oh, render. Cool. Move things out of the way a bit. There we go. So, got our brush. Percent. There we go. Right. So I'm going to start to refine this down even more, and I've got the reference of the character on my second screen, which I'll haven't loaded up yet. I'll load it up now. I would show you the character, but unfortunately it's not safe for work because it's a nude character with all the markings and stuff, so I do apologise on that, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's get on with this. Oh, there we go. I think I just Photoshop decided to just splash some stroke on there without even me telling it to. Right. Yeah. So today's been another busy day again. Considering it's a short week. Short week. Given that we had a bank holiday on Monday, so things need to be done by the end of Friday. Yeah, pretty much by Friday. So I was hoping today, this afternoon, I'd work more on this, but I didn't get that much time, so it was a bit of a shame, really. But after work, I jumped onto this piece and did some more edits and stuff, and it works. Lynx Lynn, hello. How's it going, Lynx? How are you this evening? Hope you're well. Try and keep my eye on the chat as well because my chat's there or here. I've got two places where I can check the chat. I should probably start using my powerful laptop for all this streamy stuff. Enjoying some time off. Oh, nice. Yeah, I wish I want to book some time off as well. I like to. I want to like. I mean, obviously, obviously, if I book time off, I don't know what I'll be doing. You know, I can't really go anywhere. But I think when everything settles down, it'd be nice to do something. You know, like a holiday or something. Go somewhere abroad. Take my sketch pad with me. You know, draw some sculptures. You know, if there's any museums. I mean, I would like to go to Paris. I've never been to Paris. Considering Paris is just almost 1 hour's trip on train, 2 hours trip, 1 to 2 hours via the Eurostar. I'm surprised I've not been there. So it'd be nice to do that kind of, you know, adventure. See Paris. But obviously, with Brexit's kicked in, so I probably will need to check if I need any visas or any special passports or anything. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Well, I forgot to take reference on this pose. Here we go. There we go. That's the lady. There's the lady. Yeah. So let's bring the dumbbell back in so I can get an idea of it. There we go. So this might just settle over her shoulder a bit. So I might need to like add some sort of shadow. There we go, like that. Like so. Let's give that sense of depth, you know. I'm gonna hide this toned feel as well because even though this lass is strong, you know, you don't want to make it too ribbed, you know, as like a muscle man kind of thing, because that looks a bit too freaky. I mean, you gotta give the natural flow of skin, you know, just get that nice feel to it. Itchy nose. Itchy nose has started once again. Every time I stream, I get an itchy nose. It's normal. It's normal. Mm. Actually, one thing I would like to do if I did have some time off and the lockdown's still in effect, I'd probably go cycling. Cycling's a very nice way to relax and, you know, stay fit as well. You know, I was planning to do some running today and I didn't. It's still kind of cold here in the UK. Trying to find that sweet spot to go out running. Yeah, it's always always tricky. Telling yourself like, oh, it's too hot. It's too cold. I'll go tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and you find another excuse of not going out. So I've been making a whole stream of excuses. So that's not good. It's not good. Oh, let's knock that shadow down a bit. There we go. Blue in there just to balance out the range there. There we go. Yeah. I might make a new layer for the clothing rendering, so I'll leave that for the moment. What I'm going to do is actually knock back the line work as well. The line work layer is somewhere in here, so let me just see where it is. That's the overpaint. That's more overpaint. Some fixes there. That's the brace. That's the studs. So the line work is probably further down. No, no. Oh, maybe it's this one. Ah, there we go. Here's line one. So I'll call it line. So I'm just going to knock this back a bit, just with 40%. There we go. Or maybe 45. That's good. So even though it's kind of there, it's not there. So we're gonna soften these edges out, but not too much. Just to still keep that trim feel to it, but keep some of these colours in there as well. Because I want to keep some of these blues. Actually, add some blue in there. Adds a bit more natural feel to it than what's currently there. You see. Yeah. So I was meant to be streaming on Picarto again, but unfortunately Restream and Picarto are not working again. They still haven't fixed it. Well, Picarto haven't, I think. So I'm still waiting on that. I'm not sure when they're going to fix that. It's kind of annoying because the only time I actually do stream on it now is on Mondays, which is the not safe for work stuff, and that's it. I didn't really do it this Monday because I was just so busy. Plus it's my time. Plus it's a bank holiday, so I want to spend some time working on Patreon stuff, and prefer to work on them offline, especially on some of them anyway. So I wanted to focus on that. Also hanging out with chums on VR chat was also another thing that I decided to do. Had a wonderful time on there on Saturday. We played a murder. It's a murder game on there. It's a lot of fun. If you ever play VR chat, let me know. Always looking for more people to add on there. I haven't been on there as much this week, other than just temporarily checking on a few things and here and there, but not really constantly. So yeah. So it's a great great bit of social software, social application, meeting people and hanging out, which is what kind of what you want in this day and age, especially with lockdown. If you can't meet people, VR chat is a good kind of substitute for that. If you've ever used it, it's worth trying. Okay. See some of these blues there. Just gonna knock that extra blue in there just to give it a sense of depth. I'll tell you one thing I was watching today. It was an anime of the Bible. Of all things I was watching, it's called In the Beginning, Bible Stories, but it's an anime, a really old anime as well. So it's really fun to watch. I mean, from a story point of view, how from the anime point, whoever created this series, from their point of view, of the Old Testament, it's really good, and it has like this in the Japanese one, it's got like a fox character called Rocco, and he's like the kind of like a mascot of through the series as the story unfolds. different. You have this Fox character who just adds, who just adds a bit of comedic value to it, just to ease the storyline of what's going on. So it's not, because obviously the Bible can be a bit tense. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of like the floods. With Noah and his boat to the Garden of Eden. When Eve eats the apple, and obviously they cast it out of the house. Is it Eden? It is Eden. Sorry, Eve. Eve is sorry. Not yeah. Eve is the one that eats the apple, and she gets casted out with Adam out of the Garden of Eden. So it's a bit of a gloom kind of moment, but obviously this character just adds a bit more fun to it. Just a bit of breather. But the one I watched was the subtitled version. The dubbed version has Rocco taken out of it. It's been cut out of the series because, obviously, for obvious reasons, he doesn't really add anything to the series. He's just a character, just to add a bit of fun to it. So I guess it works for the Japanese crowd, which is the subtitle one, it makes sense. But for the dubbed Western version, there's no such thing as that, because obviously, I assume most people that are hardcore Christians will probably think, we don't want, if you want to tell a story, tell it as is. Don't start adding, and additional characters in there which add nothing to the story. So I thought it was pretty good. I was just drawn in by the fact that what's this? This looks interesting. I just want to see what the anime point of view was of how the Bible's told, and obviously it's done because it's classic anime. It looks really good. It's drawn. The artwork is really good as well. Everything's hand drawn. There's no 3D stuff. I assume this is probably made in the 90s or early 90s or 80s. So really, really good stuff. Yeah, highly recommend it. It's called In the Beginning, Bible Stories. But yeah, I would recommend watching the subtitled version, not the dubbed one. You can find a dubbed one on YouTube. It's not. I've not actually watched it. I've not actually watched the dubbed one, but yeah, I only wanted to watch it because of this additional Fox character. See what it was about. And yeah, adorable Fox character. That was pretty cool. Don't really get never actually watched Bible stories like that. Like actual Bible story, other than The Greatest Story Ever Told, which is a classic, which is usually shown near Easter time as well. But yeah, I've want to see what this one was about. Curious about it because it had a Fox character in it, so I thought I've got to see this. Got to see what this is about. Finish trainers, refining. Just line through there. Always remember to save, otherwise you can have a bad time if you don't save. Is slowing down. Let me close a few things here. Let's close. I'm gonna close Discord. I think Discord might be worthy to close because Discord can chew up a lot of data. Let's close off Telegram. Let's also close off Steam. Steam is no longer needed. I should probably free up some memory. Obviously, I've got to keep Chrome on. There we go. That's a bit better now. Yeah, I'm really conscious about trying to save memory when doing streams, because that's when things can go wrong. When you're using up too much memory and it's been used up by something else which you don't need, You've got to be conscious about these things, yo. Got to be conscious about these things. bit of shadow just under the train, just a bit because it curves inwards. So I'm trying to show that little curve in there. So there we go. Yeah, so once this commission is kind of nearly done, I want to go. I want to try and go back to doing more study work, and more importantly, another thing that I want to announce. I haven't actually done it properly. Is that I'm going to be taking commissions at some point. So I'm not sure how many I'll take, but if anyone's interested in getting commissions off me, I will be available probably in late May. I think late May will be late May will be the best time. Um, yeah, so I may do some badge comms or few. I think badge comms will be a good way to just keep something simple, because obviously I can get doing comms like this can take a while. As you can see, I'm a bit like taking my time doing these things. So yeah. Yeah, definitely we'll be doing phone buzz there. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Because there's a convention coming up, a convention in the UK, and they're doing like an online virtual convention. So obviously I'm going to be opening up for dealers then for that. So may consider doing a few slots on there. Maybe not a big slot, just one or two slots. I think the idea will be mostly just to sell the art book that I have. Get the art book on, get more of those sold out on a reduced price. But yeah. Oh, it's the side. There we go. Yeah. Somewhere. Just adding a little bit of strokes there to indicate that's lace. Keep it abstract, of course. Do, 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 do. Another film watched. What was it? I watched on. I might have watched it on Monday. I think I watched Forrest Gump again. Another great film. I mean, sometimes I go back to watching classics and good films that are like a bit not inspirational, but they're interesting to watch because obviously they're set in certain time periods, and obviously Forrest Gump is one of those sort of films that's set in the 1950s, I believe, 1950s, and it kind of goes up from there. Was it 1960s? I think it might be in the 60s. Yeah, really good film. Tom Hanks playing a lower IQ kind of kid, but with a special. Just the way he does is he uses his talent to get better in life. So like, obviously he can run. He's good at running, so obviously he becomes like the football American state champion. I guess not state champion, but state player. To get him through college and stuff, and then he joined the Vietnam War. I think through his eyes, you watch the history unfold of American history. I think that's what makes the film good as well. His life revolves around landmark points of American history. I think that's what makes the film so good. Yeah, it's really cool. But it's not too depressing, because if you watch like actual biographic films, of historic films of events, true events, they're not exactly, you know, heartwarming. You know, like for example, if you watch like a documentary or live showing of JFK, things like that. John F. Kennedy got assassinated. So any film you watch involving him, if it's a true story, it's going to end in tragedy. Obviously the war in Vietnam is another kind of point in time that obviously the US don't really want to talk about, because it was a war that the US suffered a lot from, didn't they? They were fighting against an enemy they didn't understand. So yeah, and there's a lot of films revolving around that. So I think the only good positive film out there, which is nice, is obviously Good Morning Vietnam, which stars Robin Williams. Highly recommend that if you've not seen that film. Good Morning Vietnam. Great film. It's a good film. So yeah, I was watching that. I was gonna watch some more other wartime films, but usually Sunday or bank holiday kind of days when not much is going on, I tend to put like a movie like something like that on, and I'd watch it. But yeah, I go for a phase like that, just to have something playing in the background. I was talking to someone on Telegram, and they're watching Arnie films back to back, and I was like, oh man, I can do with an Arnie film. They were watching Raw Deal, which is a relatively good film. Stars Arnie. Bit of action in there. Not much goes on other than people getting shot, blown up, and all the usual stuff that expect in an action film. So good film though. Very 80s, so highly recommend it. Raw Deal. It's a bit too strong. There we go. And that's some that yellow or cream value coming from the light at the back. Orangey. Oh, coffee. Oh yes. I was going to make coffee today or this evening. I was going to make any. Then before I started streaming, before I even pressed this, before I was setting up, I had this like sudden urge to yawn. I was like, oh no, better make that coffee. Better make the coffee to go. So, yeah, make that coffee to go. Yeah, you gotta have coffee. Apparently, coffee is another way to stay focused on things as well. It helps on a focus level as well, which is I didn't know about. Very handy to know. I was looking up things like off the shelf stuff, off the shelf drugs that can help you focus, those sort of things, and coffee is part of it. Coffee is one of those sort of things. Another is creatine. Creatine, I think that's what exercise folk tend to have, and it's another thing. But obviously that kind of thing helps with exercise as well. You can't just have it on its own. So just looking at various kind of drugs, and I'll think it's a bit. I don't plan to take any drugs. If that makes any sense, but it got me curious. It's like there's got to be stuff out there to help you concentrate on things and concentrate on other, what you're doing rather than being distracted constantly. Oh, has my music stopped? Oh, it hasn't stopped. Okay. So yeah, got me thinking. It's like, these things, I use Rhodiola, Rhodiola. It's a bit of a, why do medicines have complicated names? Huh? Okay. And what do you suffer from ADHD or some sort? Because I noticed that most of these drugs are for people with attention disorders and stuff like that. And I was just thinking maybe like I don't get distracted, but like I need something that can, if I take it, I can just get on with it and not get distracted by any side stuff and you know things like that. So I was just concerned. I was like, what can prevent me from doing that? So I'll give it a proper eye there. It's been a proper thing here. Golden root. I need to know more about this now. Golden root. Sounds spiritual. I use it for brain fog or for a tournament for maximum focus. Oh, damn. Okay. Is it strong or is it? I mean, does it have any side effects? I'm sure. Excuse me. I'm sure it has some. Because I noticed most of these things. Obviously, it has a positive, but then it has a negative. Obviously, it could be like could cause tiredness afterwards, or heart beats faster because if you're doing more things. Let's bump that muscle out a bit more. Just gonna knock this back a bit. Bit of red in there. There we go. There we go. I'll fix the eyes later. Make it look like a ghoul for now. Right. This part here. Okay. Oh, music loops again. There you go. Music loops. Goes back here. It's an Eurasian traditional medicine. Okay. If you take too much of it, it has the opposite effects. Can cause irritability and insomnia. Yeah. So it's like a extremely strong caffeine, just basically pure folk. Yeah, East Asian, right? Hmm. Sounds like the bee's knees. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can imagine like a lot of focused drugs out there which probably have contained so much like caffeine like effects, which intenses the heart. Really makes the heart work, and obviously not addictive like caffeine. Oh, yeah, caffeine is addictive. Another thing that I found is it was a website which told me like these top 10 kind of things that help you focus. Another one was nicotine. Can you believe it? Nicotine is a improves focus and timing and stuff like that. Like your reaction, not reaction time, but like just really attention to detail sort of thing. I find I had to believe that maybe it's true, but that's probably why it's really addictive as well. For smokers and stuff. And it relaxes, obviously, it relaxes you as well. So calms you down and also makes you focused. I find that interesting that such a thing, you know, exists. Mm. Let's put this back a bit. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, I don't plan to take any concentration drugs or anything like that, because that would be the best way to do it is just be strict. And by strict, from my point of view, this is just me. This is for my benefit. Just turn off any distractions, basically. This includes VR chat and stuff like that as well. Turn off that. Turn off that. Those kind of things. Drugs. How's it going, Raptor guy? Yeah, we're talking about drugs, concentration drugs, drugs that help you focus, focus drugs, things that make you, when you have a few of those, that's it. You're off. You can get things done. I know kids, young children get like Redlin, which is like which obviously helps for their attention deficit, ADHD stuff. But that's for younger, younger, younger people. Obviously, for adults, I don't know if it will work for adults, but still, it's yeah, a bit it's a bit strong. I need nicotine, or I go crazy. Yeah, nicotine is Hey, hey, Seth. Thanks for the old little radio there. Thank you. Yeah, welcome people. I'm just chilling out here painting, working on a commission. We're talking about concentration drugs, drugs that help you concentrate. That's the discussional topic. I hope you had a good streamy session, Seth. How was your session of was it the Viking game? Seems to be a popular game. A lot of people play. Viking Construction. Do, do, do. This underlying shadow here. Here we go. Hello, hello. Yeah. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. I'm all right. I'm all right. It's just going back to work again. You know, bank holidays over. The break's over. Back to work. It's been really, really busy. Obviously, we've got a meet coming up this Saturday, so that was a lot of running around, chasing, lot of communicating with the guest, the special guest. Those who don't know, Kyle Gold. He's a really popular writer, a furry writer, author and writer. I was on a chat with him, you know, asking him if he wanted to come on the show, you know, the event on the Saturday, and he said yes. So been talking with him on this, you know, how to set him up for Discord. So he's going to be on Saturday. He's going to be there. So a lot of running around sorting that out, and obviously getting all the social stuff, social media assets ready as well. So a little bit of running around, and because originally this Saturday it was going to be another guest, but they didn't respond, and then our backup was Kyle, so I had to reach out to Kyle and ask him, hey, you know, are you available? At the same time, when it happened, the person that's meant to be doing it this Saturday finally got in touch and said they're interested to do a show with us, like an interview. So so pushed them back for the next meet now. So this Saturday is going to be Carl Gold. Yeah, it's a lot of preparation, a lot of running around and chasing people, asking them, are you still interested in doing this or not? That sort of thing can get really tense. You know, you have to keep chasing people. Other than that, it's all good. Mind you, we are planning to have a really special guest on at some point. We haven't asked this person yet. I'm not going to say who it is. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. And when he agrees to it, it might be awesome. It might be a turning point of what we can call people in for, in terms of, you know, coming to do a talk and stuff, because like the fandom's getting bigger. There's a lot of people in the fandom that like things from, you know, like shows and stuff and all that. So it'd be nice to reach out to those kind of professionals in the field, you know, and bring them in and have a little chat with them. So yeah, I'm not gonna say what it is though. I have to keep it secret, Seth. But yeah, Carl Gold. Damn, yeah. He's done some really important. He's done some really incredible stuff. I didn't realize he's like some of the people he knows are like up there. I'm like, damn. Like if you check his stuff, like credentials, I didn't. I don't really read books that much, so I don't know much about the guy. But yeah. But having spoken to him, I was like, okay, yeah, he's done some really good stuff. Yeah. Oh wow, really? Oh okay, you've been reading. Okay, I didn't know that. Wow, there you go. I'm not much of a reader. The only book I've ever read was Redwall. I'm sure you heard of Redwall by Brian Jakes, and it would have been so nice if he was still alive. It would have been nice if Confuzzled or London. Well, obviously London as well. Obviously, we never did any guest stuff until now, but Confuzzled should have called him in as a guest of honor. It's a shame that he passed away. I think in 2006. I think. So Confuzzled was still around, I think, around that time. Or 2016, he might have passed away. So 2016, he passed away. So there was an opportunity there to call him in as a guest of honor, because he was based in Liverpool. So it's a shame, really. It's a missed opportunity, and yeah, he passed away. But his books are very anthropomorphic, really anthropomorphic stuff. Great stories, pretty dark, but medievally. Great fantasy stories, and I think that's the only book I've ever read, like properly read without falling asleep. Because normally when I read something, I get sleepy. I get really sleepy by reading things. Even if I read a manual or a book about, if I need to learn something, if I start reading a book, I get sleepy. So that's why I prefer listening to videos or audiobooks or stuff like that. But yeah, um, it's a shame. Shame. We'll try and reach out for more people like that and try and get them in, because I think it's useful. I think it's very useful. So yeah, we've got him coming in. Um, we had last meet. We had what's his face? Pendrake. Pendrake, who's a really good writer as well. Um, and then we got another writer as well, which will. Not sure when he'll be in, booked in, but we're trying to go through a lot of writers and artists, so we've got lot of backlog of people we want to bring in and talk to them about their trade, because I think it's good in this time, in this period, where we're kind of stuck indoors and not doing much. It's a great way to get some insight of what people do. It's a nice way to also give something back to the community, and give something back to the community as a whole by doing these events. And I think it's nice, isn't it? We can do that. Also, we're trying to bring kind of revitalize the London Furs gaming server as well, because right now we that's kind of been dormant for a while. So we're gonna try and fix that as well, get that back on the working wagon again, because it's kind of been dormant, left there, left kind of like set and forget sort of thing. So we want to try and bring back the gamers, because there's a lot of gamers or a lot of streamers that use the server, but not we're not utilizing it more enough. So it'd be nice to bring that into the main server, and obviously try and bring more people that enjoy game streaming and stuff like that. Bring it into the fold, rather than keeping it separate. Because I'm seeing a lot of streamers out there which don't really get noticed as much, and I think they deserve that visibility. I think it'd be nice to have that visibility shown to them from the community, and I think they deserve that. It'd be nice to do something like that, give something back. A lot of things we're trying to do, but one step at a time. But it's gonna be good once it's all set up and working. It's all gonna be nice. I can assure you, it's gonna be good. Yes. Again, I just want to say welcome to any of the people that have stumbled in with Seth's raid. Um, Usually, I'm one of those culprits that when I finish watching the stream, I tend to bugger off. But sometimes I do stick around when I see someone streaming and go, oh, yeah, looks like a jolly chap or nice person. He plays the kind of game that I want to play, because I'm never going to play that game again myself. So it's better to watch someone else do it, and then I'll stick around and watch it a bit more. And even better to watch people play a game that I've played already and see how they play it, because it's hilarious, then, because you can see how they approach it, especially when it's a blind playthrough. I've seen people play games that I've played like so many times, like I'll probably smash the game in seconds, and watching someone else do it, and it's great. It's great to watch their approach, because you see their reaction, and obviously those sort of things are priceless. You don't really see them often when you watch other streamers play. Other streamers tend to just breeze through like I do. We just breeze through things. But people that play it on a fun level, they get caught by it. I watch mostly those play. Mostly watch those to play the same games as I do. It's got to learn. Yeah, yeah. What games do you play, Raptor? Do you mean classic games? I always play classic games. I've been playing BioShock recently. And the thing is, the problem with me is, the last time I played BioShock was when it came out, which is back in 2008. Oh, okay. Escape. Okay, Elite Dangerous. I want to play Elite Dangerous on Twitch. The problem is I've got the graphics card, but my CPU sucks now. So I need to get a good CPU now. I need to get a Ryzen 9. But yeah, once I get that, I'm just gonna try and stream some Elite Dangerous maybe with my VR. Oh, Killing Floor. I think I got Killing Floor 2. I think I've got Killing Floor 2 on Epic. Is that cross-platform? I wouldn't mind playing Killing. I've never played. I used to play Killing Floor on the on Unreal. You know, when it was a mod. I used to play it on there, but I never played it as a single player game. You know, as a standalone game. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Cheap and PC. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I got it for free on Epic. Because Epic were giving away. Yeah, Epic tend to give away free games, and one day they were giving away Killing Floor 2, and I said, I'll take that. I'll take that game. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Should be between PC. Okay. Yeah. It will be interesting to see how different it really is compared to like what, the Killing Floor I remember. The Killing Floor I remember was from Unreal Tournament, so that's like it was a great game. It was addictive, but the problem was it was a bit repetitive because obviously it's basically the same map again and again and again. Yeah, there wasn't anything there which was sold to me. After a while, you get used to the game and you just get bored of it and move on. But you know, Killing Floor 2, that's miles ahead now. We're talking miles ahead compared to Killing Floor 1 as well. So it'd be good to see what's new, what difference they've done to the game compared to the originals and all that. So for a fresh new eyes. Killing Floor has tons of new guns, enemies, and bosses now. Okay, that sounds good. And classes. Yeah, gotta have classes. Yes. I used to be the healer. I think the medic. I used to be the medic guy. The medic person, and the medic person can shoot healing darts at teammates. Is that right? You can get like a healing dart gun. It's all coming back. It's all coming back now. I can remember these things that Killing Floor had, which was pretty nifty ways, and you can go to the shop. Most medic guns can shoot that. Okay, no, nice, yeah. And you can drop money for teammates. Money, loads of money. Also, healing flamethrower and what? No, okay, that's just going too far. Healing flamethrower and healing grenade launcher. That's a bit. Yeah, that's a bit. So friendly fire. I guess there's no friendly fire then. There is no friendly fire if that's the case. Then if yeah, you just heal people by blowing them up, shooting on the floor. Kaboom. That's the shirt. Shirt. There we go. You're very these things that this Killing Floor 2 has it's kind of convincing me to install it and see how good it really is, because it's got me thinking now, like, should I install it? Shall I leave it installing overnight? Give it a try, you know. The question is, if it's not cross-platform, I'll be stuck with people on Epic, because I know you can't play what's it called, Remnants of the Ashes with people on Steam. Remnant of the Ashes I've also got on Epic, and I think that's not not. I don't think that works with. I don't think that works with Thingy Steam. Killing Floor is usually pretty. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'll see if a sale comes out on it, and maybe may consider purchasing it. May consider. But so far I've been hooked on games like what's it called? Actually, been playing Half-Life 2 Alyx. I forgot. Did I mention that? I mentioned that last week. Yesterday, sorry. So on Saturday, I finally tried out Half-Life Alyx, and man, that game is insane. Quick look and reveal that cross-platform between. Okay, that's good. Oh, great. Okay, I'll definitely will do that then. It's fun with friends. I'd recommend getting it on sale since it's quite old. Okay, I'll get. Okay. Well, if it's as Raptor says, if it's cross-compatible, which it seems to be cross-platform. Sorry, I may just install it. I may install it and start shooting people, because I'm normally a medic, so I like being a medic in that game. It'd be good to return to it and see what's happened to it, what's changed. Shoot those ugly mutant skeletons and whatnot. I like that. Boof. Speaking of which, sale I think another Steam sale's coming soon, isn't it? Because it's the is it spring? Spring is it? Sorry, not summer. Summer's probably the next one, or Easter. Easter's gone, so I guess there's no Easter sale because Easter kind of disappeared now. I guess the summer sale would be next, wouldn't it? Yeah. Summer sale. That's when things. Yeah, no, definitely will be keeping an eye on that. Actually, one game I'm looking forward to. I haven't bought it yet. Is System Shock, the System Shock remake. If you highly recommend that demo, Seth. If you've not played the demo of it, highly recommend it. It's a really good spooky game. Usually the largest ones yeah. That's when you buy a bulk of games when the sale hits. Buy a bulk of games, and then just leave them leave them in your library to catch dust because you forget about them. You forget you've got the game. Like me, like someone gifted me Resident Evil 7, and I completely forgot I had that game. I haven't even played it yet. I haven't even installed it yet. I've got the game, but I haven't installed it or played it. So there's me like, and it supports VR as well. Apparently that game supports VR. I should have installed it by now, but I haven't done it. Usually large as well. Yeah. Damn. So many games to play, and there's new games coming out, which I'm really looking forward to. And obviously, I said before, System Shock is one of them. I might just pre-order it, just blindly pre-order it and get it done and get out of the way, because it's the demo sold. I was sold by the demo. I played the demo. I thought it was blindingly. I thought it was impressive for a Unity. I think it's made in Unity, if I'm correct. No, sorry. I think it's made in Unreal. I think it's made with the Unreal Engine. So, still, marvelous stuff. Highly recommend it. It's the remake. Yes, it's been in like development for a while. Yeah, and it got I think it got cancelled, and then it continued. But yeah, it's now. The final demo's out. It's free to download on Steam, and the launch of the game is in the summer or late May. So it's kind of, I think it might be June. I'm not sure, but it's getting really close. But the thing is, if you buy it and if you pre-order it now, you get a free copy of System Shock 2 Enhanced Edition, which is the enhanced edition of System Shock 2, which is a really good edition. I think that way you can complete that game, and then if you want to, you can go play the enhanced edition of the sequel. So you're getting like you can jump straight to the second game straight away without playing the classic. The classic one, which made a few fixes and stuff. Like, I mean, the one I played on Twitch was the original one, but you got you got to you got to download a lot of mods and stuff to improve the models and the fidelity. It's all optional stuff, but still, it makes the game more enjoyable because you can see things, you can see the textures and stuff. Originally the original game is a bit old, it's very old. So I'm hoping the enhanced edition fixes a lot of problems like that and also adds a bit more cool stuff. All right, thanks, Seth, and yeah, thanks for the raid, a cheeky raid, and you have a good evening. Have a good evening. Yes, how long have I been streaming for? Hang on, let me check. Normally I tell you how long I've been streaming for. I've been streaming for an hour, 1 hour and 4 minutes. So it's good. Got about an hour. Got about another hour and 30 minutes to go. So yeah, we're making progress on this particular piece. As you can see, just cleaning it up, making it look swoosh. This character. So I think maybe tonight, or maybe tonight, or maybe tomorrow, I'll try and install what do you call it? Killing Floor. I think I got it. Let's see what it's about. Give it a little test. So it's got a bit of yellow to that ear to give it that slight sheen. There we go. Environmental values. There we go. Let me check the ears. I think the ears actually yellow, pinkish as well. Let me just double check the reference. Oh, it's white. Okay, never mind. It's white, so that's good. Some grey in there. There we go. Boom. We had a bit of glow in this ear as well because there's lights coming in from the other side. So we want to try and get that inner ear glow going here as well. Maybe here as well. I think that can do with that bit of glowing. We'll see. Like so. There you go. Adding the inner ear glow just makes it a bit translucent because even the ears furred, we can give it that impression that there's the ears on. There's blood going through the fur, through the ears. Nice. You can do. See. Like so. Go dark red on the side here. There we go. So yeah, System Shock remake. If you like horror with a bit of cyberpunk, it's there's a name for that kind of game. I've forgotten the name of it now. Someone I spoke to on my server mentioned it. It's immersive. Is it immersive adventure? I think it's called immersive, but yeah, it kind of draws you into that kind of world. But it's not an RPG game. That's the thing. I wouldn't call it an RPG because I don't think compare like because System Shock 2 is an RPG game. I can happily say that's an RPG game, but System Shock 1 is not considered. I don't think it's an RPG game because there's no you can't really build the player the way you want it, if that makes sense. Like with any RPG game, you decide the build, right? You build you build like the character as you progress through the story, and whatever build you choose, that's the build you got to play with, right? So if you're gonna be someone that does damage, or someone that's a ranged person, or someone that does likes to use explosives only and stuff like that, you can do those choices, right, to play the game. I think this remake or the original System Shock doesn't really have that kind of feel to it. It's a case of you're a character, you're a hacker, and you gotta do what you gotta do. And obviously, as you progress through the game, you're gonna get upgrades for your hacking level. So obviously, by the end of the game, you're gonna have everything pretty much maxed out to deal with most things. So you can't really. I don't think the game will have that kind of choice where you just want to be a pure shooty gun and runner sort of person. I'm not sure if that's gonna be possible, but yeah, there's no I don't think there's any rewards for doing pure something like in System Shock 2. You can choose what you want. You can choose, you can decide on your build of it. You can mess around with it. Like on my last run, I was going guns only, no hacking whatsoever, and yeah, it's a struggle, but it's possible. But it's not for. I wouldn't say it's for inexperienced players. It's certainly not for casuals. It's requires a lot of patience and knowing exactly where things are and knowing what's to expect from a first playthrough. Then you can do it again. But yeah. But yeah, System Shock was one of those games that I played back in the day, and boy, that blew my mind. Like in terms of what it can do, like a first-person kind of cyberpunky role-playing. You can be what you want. You can do what well, you can't really be what you can't do what you want, but there is an element of you can decide what you want to do, what your character should be, and then you play the game based on those rule sets. So that way you can decide if you want to be less of a gun person, more of a melee person. You can be a full-on brawler. You don't have to go gunning around. So you can change that around a bit, but yeah, I picked. I think when I streamed it for the first time on Twitch, my first build run was energy and psychic, which are they're two skills in the game which you can just obliterate the game. You can break the game basically. That's how it's kind of two game breaking skills. Because once you max out certain skills, you become indestructible. You can pretty much decimate everything. But to get to that, you die. You can die a lot because you don't really. Most of those abilities come late in the game, so you're kind of like avoiding enemies or relying on melee attacks and stuff like that, which is the weaker sorts. But it's possible, all possible. There we go. Cut that through there. But yeah, it's a relatively cheap game as well. Samurai Noodles. How's it going, Samurai Noodles? Welcome. System Shock was one of those games I've had for years but never got around to play. Well, I would say, Raptor Guy, try the remake. If you've not tried it yet, download the demo, and it's very good. I think Samurai can probably back me up. Someone from my server, he's played it as well. I think he's played the demo as well, and yeah, it's very good. Visually, it's good as well. The visuals are great. It does follow. Yeah, it's basically the original. It's basically the original game, but it's been dragged. It's been dragged to this. It's been dragged all the way to this year to make it look modern, and the interface looks very nice as well. Because I remember when I first played System Shock One on a DOS box game. Um, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't get that far because I didn't like the interface. The interface looks intimidating. When you first play it when you play the original for the first time, you look at it and go, "There's so much stuff going on the screen, little buttons to click, little options and stuff like that," and yeah, it can put you off a bit. Whereas the remake, everything is done really nice. All the interface it's been refined. It's been streamlined. Even though it's still there from all the original or interface stuff is still there, but it's done in such a way. It's done in a really intuitive. That's the right word. Intuitive interface, and that's what you want. So you can focus on the game. Basically, it's a cross between. It's basically almost becoming System Shock 2 interface. System Shock 2 had the same kind of improved interface. If you've played System Shock 2, you'll see what I mean when you play the demo. It almost feels like a System Shock 2 game. And yeah, but the lighting, oh my god, the lighting and the atmosphere of the remake nails it. It nails what Citadel was meant to look like. I think that's important. The developers who made the game, they did like a stream, like a Twitch stream of their development cycle, and they showcased areas of the original game, comparing it to what you see in the remake. So there are some similarities there. So yeah, it's all kind of there. It's all there, but done in a slightly different way. I mean, if it comes down to it, what I may do, what I could do is when the remake comes out, I'll probably play that, and then I'll probably play the original as well, just to make up for it, so I know what the hell's going on. At least that way, it'll give me a reason to try the original again and give it a second chance, you know. But right now, yes, I think the original is still it's a bit of a, like, for me it's not. I want to go. It's yeah. it's meant to be good, but I'm like, nah, not yet, not yet. I'll probably play it once I've done the original, remake, sorry, and then I'll think about returning to that and saying, okay, I've played the remake now. Let's play the original and see if we can do a comparison of the two. But I think one thing I do like about it is the fact that the voice of what's I forgot a name now. I forgot a name. Damn it. Forgot a name. Damn. Evil AI Shodan. Shodan. The voice of Shodan is still the same voice actor. So I'm glad they've stuck with the original cast to make it happen. There is also a System Shock 3 that's coming soon as well. I'm not sure what's been going on with that, but that's another game I'm looking forward to seeing as well, and see what developments become of that, because that's another game I'm very interested in finding out if that's making any progression, because System Shock is one of those games that, you know, it's like when someone's played Final Fantasy VII. You know, if you played Final Fantasy VII, I've never played it myself, but if you played it back in the day, and then obviously when you heard about the remake coming out, people lost their shit, didn't they? People went mental. They lost their shit because it brought back memories. You know, it brought back memories of them playing that game. So you know, it's like it's that same kind of feeling when you want to see a sequel or a remake or something of a game coming out. So I'll be so happy if they make a remake of System Shock 2, because System Shock 2 was really good. Oh yeah, sure the hell did. Yeah. People went mental when they saw the remake. Because like they were eagerly waiting for it so long, and it does look good. It does look good. I'm curious about SS3 info. Well, yeah. It's still unknown where that game stands. I mean, from all we know so far, and from the System Shock wiki is that it's going to take place after System Shock 2, and the original character, the hacker who from System Shock 1, is in that game as well, along with the soldier from System Shock 2. So it's going to be interesting to see where they both end up and what happens next. And but yeah, it continues on from where SS2 left over. So that already to me sounds good, because what you want a continuation of the story of bring back some of the characters, and yeah, retelling the story again will be a not a good thing. You know, retell you don't want like a different kind of setting, different kind of thing. You want the antagonist returning. But the thing is, her motives should be improved now, because like I felt like if you observe the 3 games, or the 2 games, sorry. The first game was all about her going rogue, you know, yeah, and then the second one was obviously, you know, she wants to escape, use the ship and escape, right? So the third one was what's her motives? You know, like they're like each one's an iteration of her AI, right? So this it's interesting thought process in terms of where it's going, or where it could go. So yeah, I'm very very interesting to know where it's all going to end up. But yeah. Showdown is obvious. Yeah, Showdown is obvious. Right, where does it take place? Exactly. Where does it take place? I mean, I got a feeling it's probably going to take place at another station, as always. Probably could be a rescue vessel. A rescue vessel can turn up, and but again, like, how's the hacker going to get involved? Because they're saying the hacker's involved. So what's his reason for being there? Because the hacker is the one that set Showdown free, if I'm correct. I'll have to reread the lore again, or how it will happen. But yeah, the rogue. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how everything comes together for the third one. But it's definitely going to be some form of station, because where System Shock 2 leaves off from, it ends at a cliffhanger. That ends at a cliffhanger as well, and but yeah, I mean, honestly, it would be nice if it's another like a gigantic space station, kind of similar to the the, uh, the big station from Alien Isolation, that kind of space station. If it ends up if it ends up on Earth, then it's all over. All right, it could be over, because because all it takes is Showdown to unleash a virus. Yeah, do you know what? That could be an interesting. That can be an interesting setting. That Showdown completely destroyed Earth, or maybe Earth's lost, and you're the hacker, or you're the soldier. You're trying to escape, trying to make your way out of this planet. Yeah. No, I agree. That could be that's an interesting That's an interesting setting. Earth, Earth eventually gets taken over. You know, Earth basically gets lost to another strain of similar to the many. But I don't know if the many will return, because the many got killed. So it could be another mutation, another kind of mutation, because Shodan likes to mutate things in cyborgs, right? Cybernetic creatures. So yeah, yeah. See, it's interesting where this conversation is going in terms of like speculations of what to expect from such a game. Yeah. So I like this. Yeah. Music is stopped. Oh no, it's not. Okay. trying to think of other possibilities of what the hacker and it'll be interesting to see what kind of player your player will be as well, because unless the game lets you choose either to be the hacker or the soldier, but then again the soldier is the hacker as well, so either two things can happen. Either you play as either one of them, or the game itself you'll probably play as a soldier, because the soldier's more diverse than the hacker. You see, the hacker's role won't be as sophisticated as the soldier, right? It's because soldier has more choices. You can be you can be a psych. The other thing is the hacker won't be a psychic, because in System Shock 2 psychic abilities came in. That's when they introduced psychic abilities. So something about there. That's interesting. Because in System Shock 1 there's no psychic abilities. It's all just hack. You can even be you can just hack things and shoot things, and that's it really. There's no clear cut weaponry, like specialized weaponry and stuff. If I'm correct, you can get laser rapier, which is common, and that's it. All right, but like in System Shock 2, you had the weapon, you had specialized weapons, you had the assault rifle, you had the grenade launcher, you had I think there was like a particle weapon as well, but I can't remember. Yeah, there was some sort of energy weapon as well, and obviously you have the exotic weapons. So you had a vast array of choices of weaponry available to the soldier, and obviously the soldier will be skilled in using that, right? So I don't think the hacker would have that option, if that makes sense. Would he, I don't think he'll be capable of wielding some of those weapons. They might have to introduce some new angle about, yeah, new mutations, yeah, or maybe it could be a new character. It could be another new introduction, maybe another soul on this space station that wakes up and realizes that, oh damn, everything's got to pot. This weird AI has taken over the systems operating, the operating system of the ship. They're now controlling everything. Everyone on this ship or vessel or station or whatever it is now turned into crazy cybernetic, maddening killer people. Anything can happen. So that's what I'm thinking. A new character, hacker. Yeah. Another soldier. So maybe you're just another person on this station doing your own thing, and boom, before you know it, you're buggered. You just have to deal with all the troublesome monstrosities. Oh. In fact, another game I'm looking forward to, and I think we haven't really covered it in chat, which is the Alien Fireteam game. Don't know if you've. I'm sure. I think Samurai's already seen it. Don't know if anyone else in the chat has seen that trailer. The Aliens Fireteam. It's a free-player aliens game. That looks pretty fun. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a fun game. It looks. I mean, anything right now, anything is better than Aliens: Colonial Marines, and I'm glad it took another developer to come up with an action game. Oh really? Oh, Raptor guy, you should check it out. It's coming soon. I think it's coming in April. I think it's an April or June game. So it's a three-player Colonial Marines game. I think it's third person. It's like over the shoulder kind of gameplay. So you can choose between several Marine classes, and then each Marine has a main weapon, a secondary weapon, a main ability, and a secondary ability. And then it has over 20 kind of special aliens, xenomorphs, to fight against. So yeah, 3. Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred it if it was 4, because now I can't play. I mean, I can only play with two other people now. I'm not impressed as of now. Yeah, it's still early footage, yeah, but it is, yeah, it's very Left 4 Dead Left 4 Dead vibe. it kind of has a mobile element. It kind of feels mobile, like, if you know what I mean, because it looks like a game you can probably put on a tablet. It probably would work on an iPad Pro if you left it to, if it was optimized to play on a low end device. It's kind of got that feel, you know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm praising it is it's better than and it's better than, it looks better than Colonial Marines, so I'm happy about that. And if it plays as good as it looks, and if they get the sound effects correct, the sound effects have to be correct. Like, the smart gun should sound like a smart gun, the pulse rifle should sound like a pulse rifle. There have been times where guns like that don't sound like that, and it bugs the hell out of me. It makes me hate the game even more because they could have got it right. Like, everyone here has watched Aliens, so we all should all know what it should sound like. Yeah, well, let's hope if they listen, and they if it's suggested, that maybe there's a setting to make it turn into first person, because you can get most games nowadays, you can turn a game into first person. So, but I mean, it looks good for team based game. I'm happy to give it a try. You know, if it ever, whenever it comes out. So, yeah. Boom, boom. Sound and atmosphere. Yes, sound and atmosphere is very important in an Aliens game. You can't have. I mean, Aliens is one of those games you have to nail that down, because if you screw up the atmosphere, it's not going to be scary. It's just going to be another shooter, gun and run shooter game. You know, just run into an area, spray and pray. You know, the game has to be, it has to be difficult. It has to be very difficult, because in Alien, you know, if you remember, if any of you guys played the first Aliens versus Predator game back in 2000, Alien versus Predator 2000, that game was hard. Even when the demo came out, playing as a Marine was impossible. Well, not impossible, but like, you get killed in seconds if you're not if you've never played like if you've never played a fast-paced game. You'll get smashed. The aliens will just kill you in 2 hits. It was such a good game. You had it. Yeah, there you go. Raptor guy can vouch for me there. I had when a demo came out. It was in a magazine. I bought it. I tried it, and man, it was scary. It was scary, and it was extremely hard, because the aliens will just, even if you pick up armor, you can pick up armor, right? And the aliens will just, in one hit, will destroy the armor in like, it's gone. So armor was pointless, but you got served in that game. Aliens vs Predator 2 was super fun. Yes, Alien AVP 2 was fantastic. That was done by Monolith Studios. That version was more refined. Yeah, the multiplayer on that was very good, very good. It's a shame you can't really find that game anywhere. It's not on Steam. AVP 2 is not on Steam or anywhere. The only way you can get it is you can download it for free online. It's on. I think it's on Alien vs Predator forums. You can download the whole game, because it's not available anywhere. I think the license for it or something. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm not sure why Steam doesn't have that game. But yeah, it's not available anywhere. So the only way to do it is just by downloading it for free. So I tried to stream it here, and it doesn't work. Especially the FMV. The FMV doesn't work properly. It's a copyright thing, yeah. But yeah, the FMVs and stuff, because all the FMVs are not videos; they're all in-game animations, which is really good. But the CPU just speeds it up really fast, like 100 miles per hour. So I tried slowing it down with the like a CPU speed reduction software, and that made things worse. So I didn't bother attempt to fix it, and it also created choppy effects when streaming. I mean, this was on my ATI card, so I've not tried it on the RTX, so on an Nvidia card. So I may give it another try, but I'm not hoping. I don't think it's going to work either. But it's a shame, really. It's a great game to stream. I would love to stream Alien vs Predator 2, because I think they nailed the looking like the AVP first Alien vs Predator was like a it felt like a demo, like the whole game felt like a demo of what the Aliens universe is, like a sandbox. Then Alien vs Predator 2 was more structured and storyline. Had a really the story was really good as well. I think you can also get a mech. You can also get like a mech suit. I'm sure that's a guy if he still remembers it. You can get I think it's like a Predator, like a not Predator. I forgot the name of it. It's like a Marine can get into like a mech suit which has like a flamethrower and a machine gun, and you can do super jump. It's a really cool item you can get. You get it near the end when you do the final battle stuff, but um, it was kind of like a cargo like a cargo loader, but it was a marine, it was a colonial marine weapon. It was like a actually it was like a battle mech suit you can get into. I forgot the name of it, but like you in the final map you get to wear you get to wear this harness and everything, and you go in and kick ass because it's the only way you survive it. Otherwise, you get smashed up by the Queen. But yeah, you get like a power suit to take on the enemies. Still pretty damn good. The storyline was good as well. So I think that's what all comes together for the story. I can't remember. I think it takes place in the Aliens universe as well, like a few years on the same planet. Maybe I think it takes place on the same planet as LV-426. I think it might be another planet where it's like an exosuit. That's the one. Exosuit. Boom. Yes. So not the power loader. Exosuit. You get like an exosuit which will kick ass. Yeah, that was amazing. Then it also came with a DLC as well, an extra set of human and predator and alien missions, which was really good as well. I mean, the human one was really short, but it's still good. Still good to play the game, and it introduced new environments which were not included in the main game. It's like a jungle environment, which is pretty dope. Yeah, see, but yeah, highly recommend if you've never played Alien vs Predator 2. It's free to download. It's probably free to download on the web. Just get it, grab it, and give it a go. It's a good game. I don't know if the storyline will be playable. That's the problem. You probably have to like watch it online each sequence because it's just because I think the PCs our PCs nowadays are just too fast. The game was originally made for Pentium 3, I think. Back in the day, Pentium 3s. I've still got Pentium 3 lying around somewhere. It's back downstairs in my living room. It's used as a plant pot. You put plant pots on it. It's a gaming tower, full tower, and it's used to support a couple of plant pots. Crazy or what? But yeah, I've got no use for it. It's a full on server motherboard as well. It has 8 PCI slots, 8 PCI friggin' slots, and it has single graphics card slot for I think it was an ATI card, I think. So yeah, it was a beast of a beast. It was a beastly PC back then. Had a Pentium 3 CPU on it. You're supposed to smash up my games on it. I used to play, my what was it, Deus Ex, Unreal Tournament. Beast, it's a beastly machine. Good old AGP slots, yeah. That's when that's when the good stuff was, wasn't it? Like the AGP TNT. I think I had a TNT 2 graphics card as well. TNT 2 32 meg. That's when I showed off people like, hey, I got Quake 2. Quake 2 works on here. And then when I try Unreal Tournament, the game just chokes. I remember when I had Unreal Tournament for the first time, and the game was just struggling to play on it. I was like, oh my god, this isn't. This is not fun. I think it was Unreal Tournament or Unreal. I think it might have been Quake. I think one of those games, but it was choking so badly because it just couldn't keep up with it. But then I upgraded to the Pentium 3, and then boy, things just skyrocketed then. The real deal. Okay, let's look at this. Ooh, taking shape. It's taking shape. Look a bit more refined. Lights here. The music stop. How is it? Let me see. YouTube checking if I'm still alive. Yes, I'm still alive. There you go. Royalty free, no copyright. Lovely. That's what I like to hear. You gotta be careful with these things, because I'm recording for on YouTube as well. Sometimes the recording goes to mute because obviously I'm playing like music that I shouldn't be playing. It's just the way it is, sadly, with these copyright bandits. Copyright bandits. They don't like it. They don't like me. They don't like me using these nice music. But it means I just can't listen to my favourite music. Unless I'm doing not safe for work, then it's fine, because on Picato I can smash out some 80s stuff. It's all good. Because 80s is where it's at. 80s music. Bit of Italo. Smashing some Italo music, that's what I do. Cut that down out. There we go. Yep. A bit of shadow there. Yeah. Just coming together. She's coming together. So my plan is to probably work on this over the weekend as well and try and get this com finished. And then, like I said before, I'm going to be opening comms again, hopefully in May. So I'll try and like have an empty slate by then. Take couple more orders for this year. And yeah, offer my services to people that want it. There we go. Nice little glow in the ears. I like doing those in a subsurface lighting. Makes it look natural. Almost like that glowing red. Makes it look like there's you know, it's going through the years, or you know, like that. Gets knuckles down. Yep. Oh yeah, another thing I watched over the weekend. Forgot about that. I watched King Kong vs Godzilla. Very nice film. Aside from the characters, aside from the story was a bit poopy. but the fight sequences, that's the only thing you want to see. Highly recommend it for that. Everything else, don't bother with it. Don't bother with everything else. The whole story and all that, cobblers, trash. But the fight sequences, yes, very nice to see that. And I think we had I think Samurai had a chat with Samurai about that already. Well, actually, no, we didn't. Actually, come to think of it, we didn't have a proper discussion about it because there were people in our voice com. We don't really want to spoil it for them. So I'm not going to spoil it here either. But yeah, that's all I can say. Watch it for the fight sequences. Don't bother with the story. The story's with any kind of Godzilla film. The story is always weak, the weaker point, because of the human element, and no one cares about the human elements, do they? No one really cares about blue Inhumans, are they? It's a waste of space. It's a waste of space. So yeah, highly recommend it for that. Yeah. And they, the studio whoever's in charge of making the movie and stuff, they actually listened, I think, because I know in the King of the Monsters, the majority of the scenes were dark. This time around, the scenes are more lighter. You can see the fight sequences, which is what you want, which is good. Which is good. But yeah, the characters, they're cringy. I found it I found it really cringy. Very can't explain it. It's just the character types are just not the characters I want to. I'd rather they got killed or crushed by something. Big boulder lands on them and they're gone. Instead, we're made to endure this relationship or whatever, like any typical human story, which no one cares about, especially in a Godzilla film. I don't really care about those things. I have zero interest in those foolish things, Oh, well, oops. Let's fix this shoulder. There we go. More lighter blue. Blue shadow underneath the brow. Knock it out a bit. So I'm going to make a new copy of the line layer. I'm going to start erasing some of these elements because, there you go, because I'm going to start refining the edges a bit. And I don't think I need most of these things anyway, so there you go. There you go. Just start erasing them out of the way, because I'm getting away mostly. At least I can then clean it up a bit more. I've been streaming for 1 hour 47 minutes, so I've got about 45 minutes or so left, maybe 45 minutes. Time goes fast when you're working on things. Working and chit-chatting with you lovely people. Whoever decided to stick around, or you just stumbled upon me, or you're just looking somewhere to hang out whilst you're doing something. I know some people, when they're watching the stream, they're doing their homework, or they're doing something like some sort of chore, or they're playing a video game. Mostly video games. Video games are fine. Those classic strategy games where you just sit around, you have to wait for your turn to turn up, you know, so makes sense to do, makes total sense to, like, you know, have my stream running so you got something to do whilst waiting for your turn to turn up. Waiting for a pizza. Well, that's that. Yeah, so there's a lot of things you can be doing, but whilst you're watching my stream. Honestly, I think some people are working as well. I've forgotten. There are some people that are working. I know. I'm just learning to draw. There you go. You're learning to draw. You're learning to draw. That's something. That's something you're doing. I should be doing some painting studies, and I haven't had time to do that. I was actually doing one yesterday. After the stream, I did some little painting studies, and in the morning, the following morning, this morning, I did some additional drawing studies, little cheeky ones, just to brush up on certain things. I was talking to someone here yesterday on stream that I was doing did some mountain studies, quick mountain paintings, just to get, you know, into the gist of things. Sometimes when I'm not in the mood, when I'm feeling a bit grumpy or just feeling just like just don't want to do anything, I will paint a mountain or paint a bird, and it calms my nerves. It calms me down a bit. It's relaxing as well. So, and the objective is not to have an amazing piece. That's not what it's about. It's about just painting what you see and enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, you know. So I think with learning it's the same thing. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the aspect of drawing. Don't just treat it as a chore. That's the best way I would treat it nowadays. Same with learning when doing 3D stuff as well. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy that cool moment, you know, of trying to make something. I've been trying to make a rabbit head for a while in 3D. It's been a bit of a hit and miss, Raptor. It's been a bit of a hit and miss. Sometimes it looks like a complete potato, and then other times it looks even worse. It looks like a bigger potato than it was before. So, yeah. On a positive, I'm getting used to the controls. That's what the true objective was. You know, get familiar with your tools. Get familiar with how it all works, right? So keep constantly hitting my table there with my chair. Are you sculpting it first or doing a box modeling routine? So I just start with a sphere. So I don't know if you use Blender. If you use Blender, if you use 2.8, I think it's 2.7, 2.8 right now. I think it's 2.8. You just make a sphere. You click on new file, click on sculpting, new sculpting file, and it makes a sphere. Just start with that sphere, and then make sure you got mirror mode on, and make sure your Dynatop's on, but set the Dynatop to maybe 10, 20, or 20 points, so that way your mesh stays within the limit of that range. So you don't start adding more vertices, more points when you're doing your sculpting. Yeah. So I set mine to absolute. I think it's absolute detail, absolute something. I forgot the name of it. Absolute something, and then you set the value. I think I set mine to 20 or 30, so it doesn't spike out. And then from there I just start sculpting. It sometimes looks terrible sometimes, but that's fine. It's fine for it to look awful, but it's just a practice phase. I mean, hopefully once I get familiar with it, then I'll try and do something out of it. But for now, it's just hit or miss right now. I'm not. think if I tried, if I constantly thought about having something finished at the end of it, I'd be tweaking it constantly. I think that's the problem I suffer. I'll be constantly pinpricking it, like, you know, constantly making tweaks and stuff. So I think what I've been doing is I'll spend like an hour tops to make something, whether it's a chair, a box with legs on it, a UFO, a face. In this case, I'll try to make a rabbit head. I'll try to make a wolf head. I'll try to make a cat head. And if it fails, I don't save these things. You see, that's the problem. I don't save them because they look awful. They look bloody awful. But it's a case of seeing what I can do in an hour. And I think the more I'm hoping, the more I spend doing that, then the quicker I'll start to develop ways of building, sculpting heads quickly and rapidly. As for modeling, that's same thing really. See how long I can do like an object. Try and replicate an object. If it's a chair, if it's a cup or mug like this, or a bottle like this. This is a dry eyes eye drop in your eye drops. So try and make something like this. Yeah. So it's like try making everyday objects. That can be helpful. Start with simple things like this. This is really simple to make. Maybe or maybe a coffee or those water bottle things. Yeah, these are pretty simple. I guess the shape of it. It's about finding out. You're making a weird low bell sound, River, when you hit desk. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, sorry, I won't do that. I won't hit my table again. I guess it's just this chair is too high. Yeah, I need to try and find ways. I need to stop pressing too close to the table, I think. I won't do it again, Galen, if you're listening. I won't do it again. Bing! But yeah, I find that doing these things help you understand how to solve the problem, because the problem is how to make that object. So there's so many ways to make that object. So it's one of those sort of things you have to think about and try and execute, isn't it? I think that's what Blender Guru also talks about in his videos. I don't know if you've heard of Blender Guru. He does a lot of videos on sculpting in Blender, and he's done the infamous donut tutorial, donuts and coffee tutorial. I've done the donut. I've not done the coffee yet. I'm still in the phase of going through the coffee stages, but one of these tutorials he talks about, you know, in terms, I keep saying, you know, one of the things he talks about is the process of making objects, and how he knows when to do things in a certain way, and that comes from experience, that comes from practice, that comes from doing these things often, and the more you do it, it starts to sink in. You start your mind. It's like drawing. Your mind is starting to think about how to solve the problem, which is, you know, how to draw this form, how to fix things, and how to approach problems. It's really it's interesting, and it comes from just spending time doing these things, isn't it? So even if you do it wrong, that's fine, but as long as you learn from it, I think that's a good it's good training for yourself, because then you can figure out things out for yourself, how to solve it, right? Bell. If you're hearing bells, I've got a collection of bells under my table. Flying Lung, aka Galen, he mentioned like you hear a low bell sound. If you guys are hearing bells, I've got a collection of bells. I've been collecting bells. The only thing I'm missing is whistles, bells and whistles. If you hear any whistles, then yeah, then you've heard everything. Crazy whistles. think I've masked out this hand. Does it go for it? It doesn't. It does go for it. Oh, itchy, I've got itchy eyes. I should probably put some of that eye liquid later when I'm finished streaming. I'm gonna put some of these eye drops in. Keeps my prevents dry eyes. Always keep your eyes lubricated, especially if you use spend a lot of time looking at computer screens and stuff like that, because it's good for you. It's good for your eyes, you know. Eye lubrication, you know, gives them a little tickle. It's good. It's good for you. I think once I flatten this out, I might make her wrist smaller, just a tad smaller. But for now, I'm just going to stick with that for now, and then continue on. Get these. Might move that finger down a bit. Just down there a bit. So what I do now is on this layer, erase that hand. There we go. It's disappearing there. Bring it down to that level. Oh, it's 100%. Hang on. Yeah. Why isn't it? Hang on. Why isn't it? Interesting. It's not going away. Why? Oh, that's why. There we go. Wasn't totally blacked. There we go. Just gonna repair that. There we go. With a. I should probably go down even further, I think, because it's oh no, don't want to crop it, oh, there we go, just a bit down, there we go. Yeah. Oh, I think one day I would like to stream some 3D work, but I don't know if it would be exciting to watch, because 3D is one of those sort of things. It's mostly dealing. It's a bit fiddly as well. I don't know what people think about. Do other people watch 3D streamers? I mean, I've watched people work on models and stuff, and it's like watching paint dry a bit without being cruel to them. You know, it's like there's not much happens. Sometimes you're making little tweaks here and there, whereas when you're painting, you're drawing, you can see things developing. You know, I think the illustration's a bit different than 3D. I could be wrong. I mean, I've tried watching other people do 3D stuff, and I can be a bit. There's not much to watch, if that makes sense. Sometimes you just be watching one screen, one particular area, and nothing's happening. It's just like them tinkering with the numbers or something, or tinkering with some value or something, than actually sculpting. I find Floater stream some Blender stuff. Okay, Floater. What a name. It takes about 2 hours to draw a character and then sculpts. So I guess highly skilled 3D people can probably smash out something relatively quick, right? But like, yeah, I've seen some streamers 3D streamers, they just spend hours upon hours on the same particular area and nothing happens. You know, it's like I know they're really into it and detail stuff, but like it can become a bit. It's like, come on, get on with it. We want to see more. So I guess yeah, you have to be. I guess I'm a bit impatient on expecting to see results, but so I guess I'll be in that same boat as well. I'll be trying to figure things out rather than sculpting really fast. I guess this comes with practice. I guess the more you do it, the easier it kind of gets. Right? You'll be confidently making these judgments and strokes, and where possible, and hmm, yeah. Same as drawing, speeds up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly that. The more you start using it, the faster you get. Yeah, exactly that. That's why I've been doing my timed crappy 3D studies. See what I can do in 30 minutes, in an hour, and then if it looks good, I'll keep it. If not, bin it. And so far, I've only made a rabbit head, and that's it. And I do plan to make more. But yeah, the ones I've made so far have been poop, absolute poop, unsatisfactory heads. But I will any good ones I'll make I'll keep, and then I'll probably will share them on Discord and maybe on Twitter as well, just to like say, hey look, I made a 3D head, check it out. But so far they've been wimpy heads. I think that will probably be cutting into the section there, so I don't think I'll need that. Let me just try and clear that out. I'm just gonna cut that segment out. There you go. Oh, okay. Let's just remove this. Where's that white coming from? Oh, it's coming from that. Yeah. Oh, I know why. Oh, there we go. The opacity was on white. That's why it wasn't racing properly. There we go. There we go. And then there's a shadow there. Shadow for the bend. There we go. That comes up. There's a little bend there as well. Little things like that. You've got to get bad stuff out of the way so you can get exactly. You got to make so many mistakes. You got to make more. Like the more mistakes you make, the better you get. Like same with drawing. The amount of mistakes. Like I've done some really crumb bum drawings back in my day. I don't know, they're all in my pad somewhere, and it shows those things build up over time. And the more you do it, it's better to fail first. It's better to fail, accept failure, and then learn from failure, and then you get better from that, rather than expecting the first thing you make to be the masterpiece. Nothing is ever a masterpiece the first time around unless you really absolutely nail it. But that can happen. But you sometimes you got to drill out that fear of failure, right? And then the only way to drill it out is by doing the failure stuff first and then feeling comfortable about it. Let's get that shin here. There you go. I mean, a lot of us always get scared of fear of doing something for the first time, right? It's natural. So it's about overcoming that natural fear, right? I remember when I first started learning to draw, I was drawing like a certain particular way. You know, that was my crutch. Like that was my one way of doing it. Toonie way. Toonie way was the only way. Toonie way was the only way, and yeah, like letting go of that was difficult because I didn't want to fail. You know, I didn't want to fail by doing something that, you know, look, something I didn't want to fail by doing something that I've never done before, if that makes sense. So like if you're trying to learn something new, it's difficult to do that whilst you know something, a way to do something already, but it wasn't but that particular way is not the way, the way to help you progress in the direction you want to go, right? So I went through a lot of steps to get there, and one of it which is basically failing. You know, a lot of failures. There was a lot of failures to get to the juicy bits, if you know what I mean. So it's yeah. It's a learning step. I think that's trainer. Oh, it's just some trainers there. Good. In fact, that could. There we go. Still got to figure out those eyes. Still got to figure out those eyes. Yeah. Oh yeah, the eyes. Yep. Left them blank for now. I need to check what the reference of the eye color is. I just left it as black. Gonna call it a night. Okay, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, have a good evening. Have a good evening. Sleep well. Snoozy. How long got left? I got about. No, I don't have a lot left. Got about 20 minutes left. 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna be bowing out for the count. Sadly. Let me just see who else I can. I've not actually raided people in a long time. I think I should raid people. I'm going to just switch off and bugger off, but you know, if people are around, so it's good to hand over people that still want to watch. People I recommend. And there's no one online right now, which is there you go. That kind of kills. That kind of kills the mood of finding someone. I can probably hand it over to someone that deserves the old heave-ho, you know, art-wise, you know, someone that doesn't have a lot of audience, you know. It's always good to give it to them, which is always good. It's very good. And there are people that do 3D stuff, which is good as well. Let me see. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of darn good streamers out there. Very, as I said before, very anime focused. I was looking for the painterly ones are always the ones that will catch my attention. The ones with the painting lovely stuff. And that require that extra, you know, push. Who is it? Let's see. Oh man, this list goes on for ages. It's like a long list. Someone's drawn a bottom. Oh. Yeah, there's a there's tons of people streaming now. I thought it'd be just to be a small number of people. It's like a lot of people. This just goes on and on. Yeah, I was hoping to. There's a streamer called Thirst Study. He's only got 4 people, but like he's just making big boobed ladies, so that's a bit, yeah. It'd be nice to find. Oh, actually, this guy. Oh, there's a guy that's painting a koala. Looks pretty good. I may just offer him this. Like, I might just raid him when I finish. Basically, not yet, but let me just double check. This is like someone worthy of a. Oh. Yeah, he's painting a koala doing some funny stuff, weird stuff. I think. Yeah. I think it is. Yeah, I may just give this person a raid at the end. I think he looks very kind enough. Someone that definitely deserves that kind of, Eesh. Because I don't see anyone else on the higher tier, which, you always find the bigger tier folks always tends to be. Actually, just another guy here. He seems to be doing some really cool stuff. Justin. He draws monsters, that one. Wow, this guy's draws really cool monsters. Again, this is another. I'll keep that in mind. Keep this anyway. I'm kind of getting drawn away from the talent that exists on Twitch. Some really good talented people out there. Yeah, it's nice. So yeah, back to the painting. Okay. I might bring back that brow again because there we go. Get that brow back. May have to share this piece with my mentor and just get some little feedback on it, a little bit of feedback in terms of what I can do to improve on it a bit. I've got time. I don't have a lot of time left either. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure who to out of the people who to raid. I think I'll just raid that small streamer, let them know they're doing a good job. And yeah, it's a nice way to do that thing. That was a Fennec. There was a Fennec somewhere. Oh, thanks for the follow, Kexy24. Thank you for the follow. And welcome. Sadly, you just arrived as I'm almost wrapping up because I've been streaming for 2 hours. Well, it's 2 hours 18 minutes now. Coming to the end of the session for today. It's just like, time just goes so fast. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Usually when I'm about to end, and that's when things get busy. That's when things get like, Angry. Oh, I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. Oof. Yeah, I know. It always happens. It happens every time when you're streaming and you come near to the end of the session. Two things happen. People either turn up, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's great. I'm humble for. I'm humble for that. I'm humble for that. But the other side is when I'm about to end the stream, someone raids me near the end. And it's happened before where I've I've got about 10 minutes left to end the stream, and then someone drops a raid on me, and I'm like, oh, gotta do another hour. Gotta do another 30 minutes or another hour of painting, and chit chatting and all that good stuff. Yeah, it happens. Happened once before. Lisa, who's a tattooist, she raided me with 7 people. I'm like, thanks. Well, actually, it wasn't that. It was another one as well. It was another one where I got raided for like 24 people, and like, yeah, that was like, whoa, okay. And that was near. I was near the end of my stream, so I had to eat a stream for another hour and a half, and it just spiraled out of control. So can be bad. Let's rid of them. No, it's fine. Obviously, most streamers don't know when the other streamer is going to end, or so. I know a lot of streamers tend to stream for hours and hours, and I try to keep my streams like 2 hours, 30 minutes. That's respectable. I don't expect anyone to stay on. I don't expect anyone to stay and watch my stream for 5 hours. I mean, unless someone has time for 5 hours to sit here watching me talk, pish posh about any old thing. I love your energy. Oh, thank you. Well, I'll try to be humble and energetic as possible. Obviously, I've got my coffee. I think without my coffee, I'd be just another boring streamer. I think. That coffee's good. You gotta have good coffee. If you have terrible coffee, I've had terrible coffee already once. I added too much water into my coffee, so it was diluted. That was a horrible session. That was I think it's 2 streams ago. I made horrible coffee. I was rushing because I realised I was late for streaming, and I used an AeroPress. I don't know if you heard of what an AeroPress is. It's a device that makes ground. Here in the UK, most coffee is terrible. Yeah. Well, yes. This coffee is from Colombia. It's Colombian coffee. Very nice. You can get them in local supermarket in Asda. If you got an Asda near you, Kexi. If you got a local Asda, highly recommend the Colombian coffee ground, level 4, strength of 4. You can get strength of 5. I wouldn't recommend 5. It's a bit too strong. But I think 4 has the same amount of kick you need. Because the thing is, what you don't want is you don't want to be overly caffeinated. Because when you become overly caffeinated, there's no point streaming. You're going to be bouncing all over the place, and you'll be jittery. And you can't play games with a jittery hand. Your mouse will be like shaking all over the place trying to play a first-person game. Be like shaking all over. Yeah, yeah. Then you'll burn out. When the coffee disappears, you burn out. Yes. Ooh. Yes. Easy pog. I like that pog. I would love to include potato stickers. Shame I can't include. Or it'd be nice to put stickers of Baldy. Do you know Baldy? Baldy's Basics. I like Baldy. He's a rather looks like a potato. He looks like a 3D poorly 3D potato, which I like. I do like. You don't know who Baldy is? Alright, I'll send you a link to Baldy. Hang on, 1 second now. See, now you've triggered me to look up Baldy now. Baldy's Basics. Hang on. There you go. New tab. This is Baldy. Probably might be to paste this in Twitch. There you go. There you go. That's Baldy. It was a indie game made by some developer for fun. It was a really crappy learning game, but it's not a learning game. It's a horror game where you do some math tests. You do some math questions, right? Oh, you remember that? Yeah, yeah. So once then after a while, the maths questions become impossible to a point where the game just does 180 on you, and then you have to try and escape the school whilst being chased by Baldy. But it looks, yeah, yeah. I didn't. I discovered him randomly. I didn't realize there was such a game out there. I was like, damn, I must have missed that one out. So gives me nightmare. I might install Baldi's Basics and give it a go. Play it on stream. I think I should. It's one of the sort of games I'll probably enjoy because I do enjoy playing a lot of horror games. I've been recently been playing horror games on VR Chat. VR Chat has a host of horror games, um, and yeah, I've been playing some of those. I've been playing Phasmophobia a lot. Phasmophobia in VR is also delicious. I ain't afraid no ghost. I ain't afraid no ghosties. So yeah, it's great. It's a great little crafty game. Mm. Another game I was thinking of returning to, but I didn't. Is SCP. SCP would be a great game to return to. I have VR, but not fond of Phasmo. Really? Oh, yeah. Why not? Phasmo is really good. No, they have improved. They have added some updates since. They have added up some updates since I last played it, which was interesting. They've added more objectives because before Phasmo there was certain, it was pretty boring. I think once you've played all the objectives and all the places, it gets a bit boring. But yeah, they've improved it a bit. The ghosts are more sinister. But yeah, no, but SCP. Sorry, back to SCP. The last time I played it was the Unity version, right? It had two endings, and after completing them, I didn't go back to it again because it was pretty tense. It's a tense game. But I've seen the newer version, and it does look good. It does look impressive. Whether or not to go back to it is another problem. You know, I read through doing okay. Oh, nice. I'm glad you liked SCP stuff. What's your favorite SCP? That's the question. What? Actually, that's too a tricky question. I think. I'd say, what SCP are you fond like? What's your most interesting SCP? I guess that's the one. The Scully Girl. Oh, the what's the name of it? The I think Samurai. If you're there still, do you know what it is? That the one with the monster skull girl. Is it that? Was that the one? 1472. Yeah, I think I know a lot of people in the furry fandom. They seem to love that one. The one with the skull thing. Yeah, yeah. Mal Zero. That's the one. Is that the one? I think Samurai has the model for that for VR chat. It's got big nip nops, big boobs. Also, the coffee at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, I tell you what, I do like. I like Potato World. The SCP was a Potato World. Yes. No. You're right. It's a paid model, but I think Samurai's got the free one. There's a free one as well. I think that's the one he's got. The free one looks pretty hilarious. It looks like a MILF body with a skull on it, but it's still good. It's still good. You know, at least you can recognise it. But yeah, it's hilarious. But clearly, it's someone made it quickly and uploaded it. But so yeah, I like the potato one. SCP potatoes. Let me see. SCP potatoes. Is it potato? That's it. Yeah, that's it. SCP 1689. I think that's the one. Is it potatoes? Hang on, that's not it. Yeah. Yep. SCP. Yeah. Sorry, it is. SCP 1689. Sack of potatoes. Marvelous SCP world, that is. I lost the chat 1 second. Oh, there we go. Milf. Screw your. I saw your message. I saw your message. I'll allow that. There you go. There you go. There you go. Milf. Yeah. There needs to be a Dr. Bright model. Deadpool. Yeah, yeah. So the thing with VR chat, yeah, all the good models, you tend to have to buy them, isn't it? I mean, my model is the one I'm trying to make myself a model, a 3D model, but still learning Blender, so I don't have that. I'm pretty patient about it, so I can wait. But if I'm gonna be really impatient, I'll probably buy the Haru model, which is $10 on the 3D model site, CG Traders, I think. CG Traders. It's really nice. But I'm in no rush right now. Try to find the postal dude. Yeah. I'd say if you can't find it, make it. That's what I say. Oh, getting a little host there. Oh, thank you. Ooh, host of one viewer. Whee! I feel enriched. I feel enriched with the hostings. See, the stars flying everywhere. Sort of all the stars flying about there. That's pretty kick-ass. Woo! Thank you for the host as well. Yeah. Yeah. So VR chat. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Scott Pilgrim as well. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Scott Pilgrim, wasn't it? Yeah. That looks. Yeah, yeah. Because I've seen that GIF. You know, the guitar GIF. Couldn't pinpoint it. Yeah, yeah. Scott Pilgrim. I was wondering what that wondered. Hmm. I mean, you could rip it, but uh, I mean, there is a way you can rip stuff from VR chat, but not. It's like, you have to do it underhanded, like under the table, kind of. But there is a way to do it. There is a way to do it. So. If you want to do it, if you want to do that, Dog Toy might know how to do it if you ask him nicely. If you ask him nicely, he may know how to do it. But there's a lot of guides out there as well. But yeah, in all honesty, it goes against the terms and conditions of VR chat for ripping models, if I'm correct. Their code of conduct. Well, yes, there'd be a lot of modifications as well. Yes, and of course, of course, of course, of course. I mean, if you can find that the person selling it, just buy the model and then you can modify it. Um, why modders? Well, I mean, generally when you buy a model, you want to modify it, right? You want to change the, you can, because once you buy it, you gain access to it. You gain access to the models, if I'm right. Yeah, you get permission to do what you want with it. And I know some people, maybe if you don't like the clothing, if you don't like the way it looks, or maybe you want to give it big toes or little toes, big fingers, sausage fingers, salad fingers. You can do what you want with it. I guess it gives you you get full rights to it. And the cool thing is you get full control over the upload, which is another thing VR chat's known for. So, for example, let's say I bought a model and I modified it and I uploaded it, and and several people copied it. I can delete that model, and it will delete their copies as well, their instances, which is pretty handy. So there is some form of control there. So, I mean, I'm right now. I have a free model of one of my main models I use in VR chat, and if one day the creator of the person who uploaded it deleted that model, it's gone. I'll lose that model as well, which is a shame. So yeah, it's kind of leaves you in a bit of a situation where is it better to buy, not buy it, well, actually buy it, yeah, or try and contact the the person who made the world and ask them, hey, is it possible to, may I have that, may I have that model, the source file, so I can upload it myself, so I can keep the model intact, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, if they delete that model, it won't work for me anymore, and I've lost it. I've lost that model for good. So there is like a flaw to these things. These um, things in VR chat. I mean, I can see why it's there, but still, it's not pretty. And the model I'm using right now is oh right, okay. So okay, in a nutshell, Kexi, right? Let's say you have a model, a custom model, yeah. You bought it from online, yeah. You bought a model online. Maybe it's a character you put. Maybe. Okay, let's start again. Let's say you bought a commissioned character of your character, whatever it is, and you upload it into VR chat. That's great. So that means because you uploaded it, it's your model. No one can. You have control over it. It's your model. You can do what you want with it, right? So. Let's say you go in the world and someone copies it or someone clones it. You can clone people. If you've got clone turned on VR chat, people can clone your model. Let's say someone does that and you accidentally realize that, oh damn, that person's copying my model, I don't like that. What you can do is, if you go into your settings, you can delete your model. Because you uploaded it yourself, it deletes their copy as well. So any copies made from that model get deleted as well, because you're the owner of you're the person that uploaded the model. You're the one that owns it, in theory, right? That's what I mean. That's why it's in VR chat. There's no way to take ownership. The only person that can take ownership, yeah, exactly. The only person that can take ownership is the person who uploaded the model in the first place. But what you can do, which is illegal in terms of VR chat, is you can rip out the model using a bit of shady stuff. You know, like basically going into the configuration file, finding where the code is, where where the model is and stuff. But the thing is, that's backward. It's backward engineering, reverse engineering, basically. But not it's not really taken lightly. But the positive side of owning the model is you can modify it. You can open up a 3D program. You can change the colors. You can add new clothing if you want to. If you don't like the current clothing color that the person commissioned made, you can change the color of it. You can do what you want with it. It's your model. You can do what you want with it. And when you're ready, just upload it again into VR chat. That's pretty much it, really. So yeah, it basically means the owner, you being the owner of the model. And if you delete that model from VR chat, anyone else who copied that model, it will also get deleted as well. So it's pretty robust. But so in my situation, I've got a copy of a model from a world that someone's made, and if one day that world gets deleted along with the models, I can't use that model anymore, which sucks. So yeah, it's kind of terrible situation. So I may have to reach out to that person who made that world and say, I think they got a Discord. I think I might have to just contact them and say, hey, is it okay if I, can I have the file? Can I have the original file so I can upload it myself and keep a copy of it because I like the model. And if they do give me the model, I wouldn't mind modifying it. Adding different colors, maybe different variations on clothing and stuff. Because it's another great way to learn a bit of 3D as well. Because I'm trying to learn 3D too as well. So it's a good incentive. Do something productive whilst trying to learn a new program. And I'm still not a established person in terms of Blender. I'm still trying to learn it. I've been making weird, crappy models in it so far. Mostly potato-shaped things. I was saying before. Crudely shaped potato faces. So if you want a potato face, then I can do that. I can do potatoes. Why potato of all things? They're easy. Potatoes are easy to make in 3D. They're strange shaped things with smiley faces on them. It's fantastic. They're easy. They're easy to make as well. They're easy to make. So I've gone past the 2 hours and 38 mark here. I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes and then I'll stop. And then I'll be back obviously tomorrow. With it's Thursday. Can you believe it? It's Thursday tomorrow? Well, is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday now. Sorry, it's midnight 27 right now. It's midnight 27. I'm always falling asleep. Oh, well, you gotta rest. You gotta rest. You know. I mean, after this stream, I'm gonna be doing some more painting practice. Yeah, I've lost count. Just lost all hope of time. It's Thursday already. Okay, yeah. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the host and the follow. Yeah, you have a pleasant sleep. See you in a bizzle. Yeah. Sleep well. Yeah. So yeah, another 10 minutes and then I'll close my shop front, close up shop, as they say, and then have a disappear into the offline world, drop into Discord for a bit, and then do some paint studying, and then yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, I'm going to try and raid someone as well, because it'll be nice to do that. I've been going on about raiding. Let me see if that person's still they're still streaming. They are still streaming, and the other guy is still streaming as well, the illustrator dude. I think he's stopping, I'm not sure. The other guy is... See, the other guy, he's got some nice stuff, but like it's hard to tell. I can't really see what his site is and stuff. He hasn't really filled his about section. Normally, filling in the about section always helps because you know what's you know what they're about. Nice. I was hoping to try and give some of these lower tiered streamers a bit of a boost as well, because some of them have like zero watches, or 2 watches, or nothing. I think they need some form of getting given a raid is a nice feeling, right? A little tickle of hope. All right. Let's see. There's a lot of VTubers as well now. VTubers are now popular. Oh, I told you how long he's been streaming. Okay, we got he's been streaming for 2 hours. He's been streaming for 59 minutes. So 59 minutes guy might be still worthy of giving the stuff to. Yeah. People, there's like people with one watcher. I mean, my PC's running slower now because it's like scrolling down like this ever long lasting list of streamers. It's just snail paced scrolling. That's what's happening now. keeping up there. Okay, alright. I think I should probably stop here. What time is it now? Let's see. 2 hours 44, yeah. Let's cease it here. So what I want to do, I want to first raid and then I'll go offline on the other side. Oh, hang on, is that? Yeah. Let's use it off. Actually, there's another. Oh, he's doing. Yeah, he's 188. It's too much of the ferriness. Oh, no. Don't want to give that. Let's give it to small timers. What's this guy doing? Hang on. I put the volume down a bit on my side. Oh, there you go. Jude, take care, man. I just tuned in. Oh, okay. Hey, Jude. Yeah, cheers. I thought I'd raid someone as well before I end, because obviously, yeah, you arrived as I'm about to end. 2 hours and 40 minutes session, but yeah, it's taking shape. This picture's taking shape now. I'm happy with the progress. I'm gonna try and work on it some more. I'll be back tomorrow with Bioshock gameplay. Need to resume on that. Need to see, I've been playing it like once per week, so I'm trying to remember what I was doing in that game. So yeah, try and remember every time I play that game per week. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on it. So one stream of gaming, three days of arting. Obviously, one day is given to not safe for work. So 2 days is the art stream stuff. So I'm just wondering if I should give it to this guy or this other guy. He's let's give to Justin. This Justin guy, because he has some nice character design stuff. So I'll raid him. But yeah, I'll end it here. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna jump on Discord for a bit. I prefer your gaming streams. Your pains do not. You want muscular? Well, so the thing is, right? The thing is, I'm gonna be like, I want to try and do some more painting studies. So obviously, be more male, like human anatomy stuff. So we could probably include some, bodybuilders and stuff like Barra Boys, and like we can do some bodybuilders characters and stuff, studies and stuff. It'd be nice to do those kind of things. So I'm not saying I won't do them, but like I want to try and turn these streams into more of a study session, painting sessions, and things like this. But the reason why I'm doing this here is because it means you can see the process I do when I do commissions, and it's nice for me to just work on this while people can watch me working on a commission, how I normally do it. So it's just that option. But yeah. Oops! I just hit the table again. Ding! Get a little bell. I will consider maybe doing like studies of male and female stuff. Maybe try and incorporate something. Maybe do some bears. Bears will be. I'm not painting a bear I'm not painting a bear or a grizzly bear in a while. So maybe I can find a grizzly bear painting or something. Grizzly bear photo. So something to think about. I will consider it if it's. Well, my stream's unstable apparently. Key interval is too high. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. That's always been a problem with most of my sessions. Even on YouTube as well. Yeah, it has been a while since you've done a bear. I will make notes of that. A bear for next time. What's an icicle? Oh, direct charity relief 2018. Okay. I see Geo's got these little icons next to their name. GlitchCon. So, Kekski24 had like weird little icons you get. I'm envious. Envious of these little icons. Ah. Oh, you can click on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Supported their favourite streamer during the Blizzard of Bits. Okay, and what's this? Where's the glitch one? Pink Dino Bevel earned for attending GlitchCon 2020. Okay. That's pretty swish. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So I'm getting carried away looking at these little icons you can get. Yeah, cool. Right, let's end it here. Right, let's end it here. Let me find someone quickly. Right, because otherwise I'll forget. Who to handle all the stuff to? So the one I want to give to all my rating, which is they've got it's a bit more fantasy art kind of than fandom related. I'm trying to find less of the fandom, but more what suits what I do kind of thing. But it's tricky to find it with a long list of people. This just goes on forever. In terms of unless you recommend someone, unless you recommend any particular peoples. Still looking for his list. Oh. No. Someone doing art outdoors. Oh, someone's doing like magic. Oh, someone's doing like painting all magic cards stuff. Yeah, let's give this Justin guy a tickle because he's I like his stuff. Looks pretty dope. It's called like crittery monsters and stuff. Work for Blizzard, Riot, PlayStation. So okay, this guy's done a lot of stuff, so I guess that's nice as well. Let's rate him because I can't seem to find. Actually, I can't seem to see. Actually, you know what? There are people on my thingy. I forgot. Let me. You know what? I forgot. I've got like this. I'm part of this group of people. You know the team thing. You know, team thingy me bob. How do I access that? Let me just give me a second. How do I access that thing? Give me a second. How do I do this? How do I do this? If I go to my channel. Underdog, there we go. So yeah, it'd be nice to do something from here we go. Yeah. There we go. So there's a lot of people on here, but they're all let me see what they're doing. Beat Saber, chess, Gears of War, they're all game. These are all game sorts. It has me on there. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Oh, someone is doing art. There we go. Oh, they're doing 3D stuff. Oh, someone is playing Alien Isolation in 3D. That would be pretty nice too. If you prefer to watch someone playing Alien Isolation in 3D, in VR, sorry, 3D in VR. That's something I want to do. That's something I really want to do. Yeah, let's throw this guy. Just see how he sounds. Yeah, you know what? Let's make this guy. This is someone off. It's got a bit of a long name, but that's cool. Yes, this is the other one that's doing art. Yeah, let's get the Alien Isolation dude to go. Raid. How do you raid? Raid channel. Okay, cool guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao. Keep watching this, guys. Keep watching this, guys. Yes. And I'll switch to offline mode. Here we go. Boy.